Hello everyone, I'm Anime. My group and I are here to talk about Lexus short history, supply chain issues because of the pandemic, our recommendations, and how we see Lexus' future in Canada. Lexus is Japan's largest selling brand of premium cars. It is a luxury vehicle division of the Toyota Motor Corporation. Lexus originated in 1983 when the founder of Toyota issued a challenge to create the world's best car. The covert project started and was nicknamed Flagship 1 or F1. Also, Lexus was created around the same time Honda and Nissan, the Japanese rivals, created their luxury divisions, Acura and Infiniti. The F1 project was finished 6 years later in 1989 and was called LS400. It aims to diversify Toyota's product line. It wasn't until 2005 that Lexus existed as a brand in the global vehicle market. In 2003, Lexus vehicles were first built outside Japan. It was in a specially designed plant in Cambridge, Ontario. More than an assembly line, it was where amazing ideas were brought to life. TMMC Incorporated, or Toyota Motor Manufacturing Canada, was also awarded the honor to manufacture Lexus' most popular vehicle, the RX. Again, in 2014, the plant in Cambridge began manufacturing RX 450h, Lexus' renowned hybrid drive. In January 2013, before TMMC started manufacturing the hybrid cars, the federal and provincial governments of Canada gave a $34 million subsidy to TMMC. This is to produce the Lexus hybrid cars. Government typically gives subsidies to certain industries that are deemed to be a key part of the economy. The automotive industry can be associated with a lot of things. Car manufacturing needs technology, computers, metal, mining, rubber, plastics, and many more. The government gave subsidies to TMMC because it produced thousands of jobs, and the employment rate is a good indicator of the economy. The partnership between the government and Toyota Lexus is good for Canada and its automotive industry. It will not only fund research and innovation, but also boost the employment and economy. Now, here is Rafael to talk about the benefits of producing Lexus hybrid vehicles here in Ontario, Canada.
Thank you, Anami. Toronto Motor Manufacturing Canada is also known as TMMC, is Toyota's vehicle assembly operation in Ontario. There are 3 production lines, 2 in Cambridge, called the North and South Plant, and the third in Woodstock. TMMC was established in 1988 and it has 5.4 million square feet. And which vehicle does TMMC build in those factories? In the North Plant, they produce Toyota RAV4 and Lexus NX. In South Plant, Lexus RX 350 and Lexus Hybrid Drive. In 2003, this plant became the first facility outside of Japan to produce Lexus, like Anna May already mentioned. And since March 2022, they built 2 Lexus. At last, they built Toyota RAV4 and RAV4 hybrid crossover in Woodstock. The South Plant produces more than 9,000 vehicles annually, or about 400 RX vehicles per day, and TMMC North and West automotive manufacturing plants assemble approximately 350,000 RAV4 cars annually. That's about 1,500 RAV4 vehicles per day. The automotive sector is Canada's largest export industry, supporting over 500,000 jobs and contributing $18 billion annually to the economy. Committed to produce vehicles in Canada, Toyota has invested more than $9.8 billion in its Canadian operations and has built more than 9 million vehicles over 30 years. TMMC employs more than 8,500 team members, and the company consistently appears on awards lists for Canada's top 100 employers. Moreover, the company is committed to a diverse workforce, believing that different backgrounds make a stronger team. Furthermore, TMMC contributes a lot to the country. For example, they donate more than 1 million to COVID-19 response initiatives and approximately 1,095 masks, 80,000 surgical masks, as well as gloves, protective eyewear, and sanitary boot protectors to the local hospitals and long-term care homes. Additionally, in order to encourage innovation, they partnered with the University of Waterloo and support a 2.1 million investment in engineering education to assist students, research, and other initiatives. Next, Sophia will present how this shortage of materials affects production and price.
Thank you, Raphael. To understand how the production of parts and cars has affected Lexus Canada, we have to look at one of their biggest suppliers, Magna International Inc. Magna International Inc. is one of the biggest automobile suppliers in Canada, and they are currently located in Aurora, Ontario. The company has more than 130 manufacturing facilities and over 7,300 employees throughout Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Their production includes auto body, chassis, exterior systems, as well as seating, powertrain, electronic, active driver assistance, and connected car technologies. When a company like Magna International Inc. is expected to produce so many parts, why suddenly are they slowing production down? Well, during the COVID-19 pandemic, there was a huge microchip shortage that affected the entire automobile industry, including Magna International Inc. The shortage was so tremendous that it caused production slowdowns and even some shutdowns of the company's plants. Since then, Magna has had to adjust its production schedules and prioritize its customers based on their crucial needs. Additionally, Magna has also had to deal with increased costs as it has had to pay higher prices for the limited supply of microchips available. This put pressure on the company's margins, particularly as automakers have been hesitant to pass on these increased costs to their customers. This has caused problems for Lexus, as due to the increased prices of the parts, this has also caused the prices of the cars to increase as well. And on top of that, this has also caused the production of Lexus cars to slow down as well. Because of this, it might be time for Lexus to consider how we obtain future parts, so that way we can make sure our customers are never negatively affected. Next, Divish will talk about how Lexus can fix this problem.
Thank you, Sophia. Lexus, like many other automakers, is facing a shortage of materials and long waiting times from the supplier, Magna Auto Parts. Here are some recommendations and solutions for Lexus to address this issue. Diversify suppliers. Lexus should consider diversifying its supplier base and sourcing materials from other suppliers. This can reduce the risk of supply chain disruptions and ensure a steady supply of materials. Prioritize materials. Lexus should prioritize the use of critical materials and components such as semiconductors that are ready in short supply. This can help ensure the production lines keep running and prevent further delays. Increase inventory. The company should also consider increasing its inventory of critical materials and components to buffer against supply chain disruptions. This can help reduce the impact of any future shortages and ensure the production lines keep running. In terms of alternative suppliers, Lexus could consider the following options. Denso Corporation. Denso is a global supplier of automotive parts and technology with a strong presence in Asia, North America, and Europe. They specialize in powertrain components, electronics, and thermal systems. Aisin Siaki Company Limited. Aisin Siaki is a Japanese supplier of automotive parts and systems, including drivetrain components, braking system, and electronic control systems. Continental AG. Continental is a German supplier of automotive parts and technology with a focus on safety, efficiency, and connectivity. They specialize in tires, braking systems, and vehicle dynamic control systems. Now, Casey will talk about the future of Lexus in Canada.
Thank you, David. So the future of Canada is really bright. Lexus, since being introduced as Toyota's luxury brand, has maintained their place at the top of the automotive industry in terms of unmatched reliability and luxury. What sets Lexus apart is the relentless pursuit of perfection that the brand is literally based on. It's why their vehicles are of such high value. Lexus has always held the top spot in J.D. Power's U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study, and once again ranked first place in 2023. Even with the sleek and modern redesign they've given to all the new models, they've been able to stay ahead of the curve and ahead of their competition. Holding such a high ranking of reliability and dependability also ultimately results in their vehicles having one of the highest resale values. Lexus continues to be one of the leading luxury brands globally and throughout even the hardest times like the COVID-19 pandemic. Lexus found a few ways to combat a variety of issues that came along with the supply chain shortage during the pandemic. In 2023, Lexus came out with a digital key option for their highest volume selling SUVs, depending on trim level. This digital key serves as a way for the brand to combat the short chip issues for key remotes for all the new models. Many clients were only receiving one key with remote upon pickup and were finding it really inconvenient, especially when there's more than one primary driver. Digital keys are a great solution for this problem. While consumers wait for their second key, Lexus gives them the ability to connect their phones to their vehicles via the Lexus application, open, lock, start, and even start their cars and drive with just their phones. This way, whether they have the key or not, they can have multiple primary drivers, which is ideal for most couples and families. Another way Lexus combated the supply chain issues in order to deliver the cars to clients and fill the pre-orders that were made was to create a whole new trim level. Lexus was unable to source, during the pandemic, enough glass panoramic roofs for their luxury trim model SUVs, and therefore labeled and released a new trim level called Ultra Premium to replace their luxury. This allowed for consumers to receive all the same features that was included in a luxury trim level without having to wait the entire wait time because they couldn't source the glass. This appealed to a lot of consumers, and Lexus continued to be successful throughout one of the hardest economic times in Canada. These are just a few examples of Lexus's smart thinking and adaptability to the current global situation. Lexus continues to move forward and adapt, continuing with the electrification of their brand. Lexus already offers hybrid and even plug-in hybrid electric models, but will soon be introducing their first EV vehicle, fully EV, within the next 2 years. This is a necessary move in order to continue to stay at the top, since most if not all car brands have been moving towards electrification for years now. Lexus continues to innovate and stand out among the rest, and the electrification of the brand brings out a lot of excitement. Electrification and the production and sale of EVs not only reduces their carbon footprint and also provides a variety of benefits, such as an increase of range and hybrid on one tank of gas, and even the ability to use both electric or gas within a plug-in hybrid. Lexus Canada's NX450H Plus model is a plug-in hybrid that clients were excited to purchase in Canada, not only because of its environmental benefits, but also because it qualified for the federal electric car rebate in Canada. This meant consumers could benefit from the rebate and receive $5,000 back from the federal incentives to purchase PHEVs in Canada. This is a luxury brand that honestly continues to amaze us and continues to pursue perfection. From the little wood details in each car to the intensive tests being done on each model before release, it cannot be compared to any other brand. Lexus is all about innovation, detail, environment, and perfection. I'm confident in Lexus's future in Canada, and I'm sure they will continue to be a leader of reliability, luxury, innovation, and success in the automotive industry. That concludes our presentation today on Lexus Canada. We hope it's been informative and engaging. Thank you for your time.